friends? How you doing today? I am doing well, and it's almost Halloween, so happy almost Halloween. And I made a video not too long ago about Halloween movies that I watched with my family during the Halloween season, the horror time or whatever. But this is the movies that I go in the bedroom and I lock the door because I don't want you to bother me, because either I need to get immersed, or I don't want you watching with me because I feel uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable show. It's a uncomfortable movie. I feel good by myself, but I don't feel comfortable with my kids on each side of me watching the stuff that I'm watching. So these are the ones that I pretty much shut the light off, lock the bedroom door, and I'm watching by myself. These are my alone horror movies. And there's no order whatsoever. Some of these movies my kids have seen, but some of them I'm either not waiting for you, or I just gotta watch it. It's a Halloween season. I gotta watch it. Okay. First one, and there's no order whatsoever. Maybe you can help me. Please comment below. Please like and subscribe to help my algorithm thing going. If you enjoy what you see, please the comments. I love to socialize. So you comment and I comment back. That's just the way it goes, because that's what I like to do things. All right. So no order whatsoever. This is a pile of movies that I have watched so far this Halloween season, and there's a bunch more. There's ones I've watched with the family, the Halloweens and the Freddy Kruegers, and they're not here. I'm sorry, they're not here because I watched them with the family. But these movies I did not watch with the family because I just didn't feel comfortable. So here we go. First one is the movie by Eli Roth, Clown. Okay, the movie Clown. If you have never seen the movie Clown before, this is an underrated, under the radar type movie. If I remember correctly, I got this at Walmart. It was like $12 and change for the Blu-ray, and I was like, I like the cover. Eli Roth, Hostel caught my eye. I'm like Eli Roth movie, rated R, clown movie. I gotta check it out. I know nothing about it. I never saw a trailer. I never saw nothing. Gonna plop in and I'm gonna check it out. I watched this thing and I was like, bam, sold. This is a great horror movie. It's about this guy that trying to get a clown for his kid's party, so he ends up putting on a clown outfit that belonged to some people that were handed down from generation to generation. And once the clown suit is attached to you, it's attached to you. You become the clown. And he spends the movie trying to get out of the suit, and as trying to get out of the suit, he's getting more immersed into the suit and more immersed into the clown character and becoming possessed by this clown. And this is for people that are afraid of clowns. This is for people that just want to have a good time. This is a good time horror movie. And yes, my kids have seen this movie. They have seen it. I'm comfortable watching it with them, but I prefer to just put it on and shut the lights off and enjoy it by myself sometimes. Just the way it is. But this is the weaker of the lot. You know what I mean? Clown. Okay. Next one is okay, now I own this multiple times. I own this 3 times. Originally, it was called The Creepers. I don't know if you probably have never even heard this movie. This is a Dario Argento film. Now, Dario Argento is a very artsy horror guy. If you don't know what it is, he did the well, I just ordered a bunch of stuff. Red something, and wow, I can't even. I'm drawing a total blank. I just ordered a whole bunch of stuff by him because I wanted to see if the stuff was the same. Suspiria is another one. I own that one. I have that one. But there was like 3 other movies, Cat of something, I want to say something Plume. And as I'm saying this, I'm sure you guys like it. Not that one. And yeah, that one. And something red. Blood red, something red. I ordered all 3. Anyway, because I was introduced to this movie when I was a kid. My grandmother bought me a ticket for this movie, dropped me in the movie theater, and this movie scared the crap out of me. I mean, I was there, froze to my seat. I don't know how old I was. I might have been like 10, 9, 7, like countdown. Anyway, was it 8? Okay, anyway, hey, she bought me a ticket, put me in the movie theater. I'm pretty sure this was the plot line of me watching this movie. My grandmother had to go shopping. Probably didn't want me there. She bought me a ticket for the movie, stuck me in the movie. I was sitting there by myself as she probably went shopping, which is fine with me. I like to go in movies, and this was probably a great thing for me. But she bought me a ticket for this movie. I never even knew what this movie was. But at the time in America, it was called The Creeps, if I remember correctly. It had a girl on the cover holding a bunch of bugs, and I was like, yeah, I want to see this girl holding a bunch of bugs. I like horror movies. I'm young, but I like horror movies. And this doesn't look too scary. I think I'm going to be okay. And, hey, 15 minutes into this film, I was confused, mind blown, scared. I wanted to get out, but I knew I couldn't leave. I had to wait till it was done because she wasn't coming back to get me for this certain time. And this movie is, I'm going on, the movie is called, and hey, tell me if I get this right, because in the United States, it was called The Creeps. But for some reason here in America, well, actually not America, the actual real name is Dario Argento's uh, Phenomena. And this is the thing. Okay, now this is the synopsis version of the film Phenomena. And then Arrow released a copy of the film Phenomena. Now, as the Blu-ray collector that I am, I had to get both versions. Now, this replaced my really cheap, lousy version of The Creeps, which was the American version of it. But I'll tell you right now, I grew up, I put this movie in, I watched it in its entirety, and wow. That's all I gotta say. If you have never heard of Phenomena / The Creeps, you have to check this out. It stars Jennifer. Is it Jennifer Connelly? Jennifer Connelly. I want to say Jennifer Connelly. Please let me be right. Jennifer Connelly. Yes, from wow. I'm gonna get. Hang on. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. I had to answer that. All right. Anyway, so Phenomena. All right. I watched it in its entirety. It was one of these like I gotta face my fears type situations, and it was good. I mean, the music is awesome. I don't know who the artist is that does the music for this thing. It doesn't say on the back. It just says Jennifer Connelly. And Jennifer Connelly from Labyrinth. Okay, before I got my phone call and everything went to whatever. Jennifer Connelly from Labyrinth.
Goblin King, wherever you may be, take this child of mine far away from me.
And from she did another movie. That was. She did quite a few movies actually. But it's about this girl that has the powers to control insects, and she's trying to solve this crime. And I'll tell you, I watched this thing multiple times, and there's like a special extended edition on, I believe it's this one, which you would think that the Arrow video would have been better than this synopsis version, but for some reason, the synopsis version thing came with 2 different versions of the movie, where the Arrow one only came with 1. I don't know why. This one was actually more than this one, and I still, once again, don't know why. But I faced my fears, and I watched them, and I really, really enjoy this movie. This is one of those that I totally put in and shut the lights off, and I crack a window and everything, get the cold air in there, and I watch it by myself, because I don't even think this would hold my kids' attention. I don't even think it would hold my wife's attention. I think they would be confused from beginning to end, and it still, to this day, confuses me, but I enjoy it. For some reason, hey, tell me if I'm wrong, but there's certain movies that you watch, and without a doubt are confusing, but yet enjoyable at the same time. And I think the fact that I was thrown into this whole whirlwind of being young and forced to watch this movie, and then years passed, and finally I was like, I'm gonna face it again. I'm gonna figure out what this is. It's good. Phenomena. I know. I hope I'm saying it right. I always want to say, because Dario Argento, he's Suspiria. Phenomena. I don't know. It's. Am I saying it right? Yeah. But if you ever heard of it, comment below. I did when I did my video on the top 10, I mentioned The Stuff, which my family loves watching The Stuff. A lot of people said, I never heard of The Stuff.
Light and free now, gives you elevation. Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough of the stuff.
The stuff, the taste that makes you hungry for more. The stuff, taste that delivers.
Enough is never enough.
Well, they said, I haven't heard about The Stuff in years. And The Stuff is now streaming on Pluto TV, by the way. So if you want to see The Stuff with commercials, it's on free on Pluto TV. I watched it the other night. I was like, I'm not going to grab my disc again. I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to watch The Stuff. I'm going to skip like 15 minutes of the beginning, because I already know the whole beginning part of it. And I want to watch The Stuff because it's Halloween season. And a lot of people have been commenting, hey, I love that movie. Yeah, I remember that movie. I'm watching it now. I just watched it on Pluto. So I hope I'm introducing stuff to you that you enjoy. Next one that I watched by myself, because it's so graphic and nasty. It's just it's a nasty movie, nasty. And it's the original, The Hills Have Eyes. Now the remake is pretty nasty too. Has some graphic stuff. There's some stuff going on there, and that's another reason why I don't want to watch this with the family. But the original one is so raw and just nasty. And it's about these inbred whatever that live in the hills that are watching these campers that show up in the middle. I think it's like Arizona, or they're in the middle of nowhere, like Texas, Arizona, one of those hot places, in a hot place. And they're there, and all of a sudden, these creature type inbred people show up, and they're like, it's rough. some rough stuff happens here, and it's raw. And the new remake was actually really good too. I like the remake. I thought the remake was actually really good. I mean, sometimes the remakes are not good. The remake for The Hills Have Eyes is actually really good. So you can watch either one. But I like the raw, gritty original, and that's just where I'm at with that. But this is not one that I watch with the family. I put this in, shut the door, lock it, and say, hey, leave me alone. I'm watching The Hills Have Eyes. You don't want to see this anyway. You don't want to see this mess. And they're like, yeah, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Happy Halloween. Leave me alone. Okay? I'm watching The Hills Have Eyes. Next one is, okay, so this goes together a little bit. So let me get this straight here. I have this is the Amityville Horror box set, and this is the Amityville Horror remake. Now, I watched the original. I watched the remake. I like them both, and I don't care to watch these with the family. I just don't care. I don't care to watch them with them. It's about a haunted house, a possessed house. That's what it's about. And they're both about that. The other one stars Ryan Reynolds. I love me some Ryan Reynolds. So, I gotta watch some Ryan Reynolds movies and haunted houses at Halloween time. And I prefer to watch it alone. I just leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's time for me to watch some Amityville Horror. So that's what I watch so far. Okay, this is where I'm at. Here we go. These kind of go hand in hand, and they have to be watched every Halloween. I have to watch them. Rob Zombie movies, 31's another one. Love it on Halloween time, but back to back, I have to watch House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. Why? Because they're amazing. These are amazing films, and they are not to be watched with the family. I just don't watch these with the family. They're grotesque, they're graphic, their language is like every other word starts with letter F. I don't want to sit there with my wife and kids and watch this stuff. And but they're great. These are great horror movies, great for Halloween. They rope you right in. I mean, House of a Thousand Corpses is all about the Halloween. And then Devil's Rejects is just introducing the characters. See, I always think of Devil's Rejects as almost like it's not a prequel, but as a prequel, because you get more character development in Devil's Rejects than you do in House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. If I'm wrong, comment below. But when I watch the Devil's Rejects, I get more character development. I know who Otis is more, and Baby and Captain Spaulding. They kind of give you a little bit more behind the way that they act, and a little bit more personality. And then you watch House of a Thousand Corpses, and it's like, yeah, I understand now. So I kind of try to watch this one first, and then I go to this one second. But that's just me. I mean, I did watch it. I mean, it did come out. This one came out first, and this one is actually the classic Halloween favorite of mine. But they kind of go hand in hand. It's just the way it goes. I don't know. Am I number one? Well, I said I wasn't going to count down this thing, but this is the one that I watch by myself, because I don't want to be bothered watching. I mean, I'm watching my favorite horror movie, and I don't need to be bothered while I'm watching this movie. Okay, and it's the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface classic. This is the one. This is the one that I gotta watch every Halloween time, every October. I put it in. I mean, I watch this normally, but it has to be watched in October. I mean, you have to watch it at least once, if not twice. And I put it in. I watch right from the opening scene with the camera flashes right to the end, and I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered, so what I do is I shut the door, I lock the door. I usually watch this on like a Saturday morning, Sunday morning. People are sleeping. Leave me alone, and let me enjoy my October, because it only comes once a year. Let me enjoy my Halloween, and let me enjoy my Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So just leave me alone. Leave me alone with my guilty pleasure of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And with that said, my friend, that's besides the Freddy's and the Halloweens and the Chuckies and the what else have I been watching here? The Phantasms and the Jason Voorheeses and the wow, I even watched Pumpkinhead recently, the original Pumpkinhead, and I was getting ready to watch Pumpkinhead 2, but I didn't get into it yet. I'm thinking maybe a Pumpkinhead 2 tonight. Hey, The Fog and They Live, all of those great Halloween classics, but stuff I watch with the family. I watch it all the time. But these things, leave me alone. Let me watch them. And with that said, my friends, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. You have a happy Halloween, and I will see you later.